Hi internet, in this video I will be making a wax seal. I had just made this one in my last video and something really funny happened in that video, so if you're curious about what that was, feel free to check that video out. But let me go ahead and remelt this, and let me take a scissor and just cut it up like this. So this is how I remelt my wax. Now, if this wax seal has been out long enough, it'll be so dry that I can just snap it with my fingers and it'll have a nice clean break. But because it's still fresh, that's not happening here. I wonder what that is. Is that wax? Okay, so let's go ahead and remelt this wax. So I already have some in here. It's a really pretty color too. Can you see that? It's so pretty. Truly, truly magical. Kind of reminds me of eyeshadow. So I'm gonna go ahead and remelt all of these little pieces. I try to reuse everything because I'm not using this to stamp an envelope. I can get away with reusing the wax, okay? So this is the stamp I used earlier. I'm going to put this away and I'm gonna choose a thicker stamp this time. And if you saw my last video, you'll know why. But yeah, okay. These are really, really cheap. Like this entire set was like $2. I think it was from Shein. And I bought those to experiment. I was in an experiment kind of mood. Let's see. Okay, I also want to add some more wax. And I'm sticking with the pink. I'm just putting it there. I'm going to add a little bit more wax. Going to pour the rest of it in here. And to be honest, I kind of wish I had mostly pink. I love the pink iridescent. The blue is really nice too. But there's something about the pink. I don't know what it is. So let's add some more of that. Yeah, I'm really gonna load this baby up because I want to create a cool effect. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that so pretty? And I was saying in my last video that it matches the design on my marble coaster. And this marble coaster truly is like so great for projects like this. It's so pretty and so fun to use. When I'm crafting, I like to use things that are visually appealing for my sake. They're just so, it enhances the entire experience. Okay, so I don't think I'm gonna use a mold for this. This is the stamp I want to use right now. So this is my Eiffel Tower stamp. I have several of them. As you can see, there's a theme here. My Eiffel scissor. I am kind of obsessed with the idea of Paris, or like French themes, French art. I don't know why, I just am. And I've been like that my whole life. I'm just in love with this aesthetic. And I see it as an aesthetic. I don't know what it's like to visit or live in France, but the idea of Paris is simply romantic. Okay, I want to see if this will fit in here. Yeah, this is not going to fit in here. All right, I'm going to put this to the side, but there's that Eiffel Tower, so pretty. I'm gonna pull out another stamp. Okay, so we have a typewriter. We have a typewriter. Look how pretty that is. I love classical, like retro stuff like this. It's like vintage style, I guess, right? I'm throwing out a lot of terms. But it's so pretty. Maybe I'll start with this one. Okay, I'm gonna start with this one, actually. So let's do this one. Let's take a look at the status of the wax here. I want to make sure it melted properly. Oh yeah, that's a nice melt. Look how pretty that is, so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna put it back in the pot and I'm gonna have my setup here. All right, let's see what kind of melt we get. So I'm gonna try to get as much out as possible. And there we go. And then I just press down with that typewriter. Okay, I'm gonna put this back on the pot for my next wax seal. And I'm just gonna wait for that to cool down. I might finish these up in the next few hours. By the way, I can do this for hours. This is probably my favoriteest hobby ever. I always have so much fun doing this. But most importantly, it's just extremely relaxing. Like, I don't have any other hobbies that relax me as much as making wax seals. Like, it's a nice way to be like active and creative without overstimulating yourself. Like, there are other hobbies that I enjoy, but they're overstimulating, to be honest. Like going for a run or something like that, you know? It's overstimulating. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and do my test. And I'm just gonna tap, tap, tap with my tweezers. Okay, so I don't see any bending of the wax. Alrighty, so now the finger test. Okay, perfect. So I'm just holding down the mold. Whoa, look how pretty that is. It reminds me of seashells. This definitely sparks so much joy today. I love this so much. And yeah, I might cut this up because I don't have any need for this. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. I am going to be making a stamp with this beauty. And I'll see you guys soon.